Laundries, lounge rooms, fences. They're the ticking time bombs in suburban homes around Perth.
This is a classic example of the type of Australian home that you would find asbestos in.
If your house is built before 2003, really, there is the potential that there could be some form of asbestos-containing material in it.
Australia's obsession with asbestos is leaving a deadly legacy, from Whitnoom's mine to its prolific use in the building industry through till the mid-80s.
It was like the miracle building material. It meant Joe Blow could design and build his own home quite easily. It was lightweight, easy to use.
My dad had just built a house at that time, but putting up fences, sheds, garages, and I was a teenager, so I helped him out. I'd hold the two fence panels together, he'd drill a hole through, I'd be on the other side and he'd blow through. I'd get a puff of asbestos in my face.
The family had no idea they were building their home with poison.
Had no idea that asbestos was a problem. I was 15 years old at the time. My father didn't know either. Nobody knew except the people that made the stuff.
Then Rod's mum was diagnosed with mesothelioma, an aggressive cancer caused by exposure to asbestos. There's no cure. 12 years after his mum's death, Rod was diagnosed too.
There's a few things up my sleeve, but I'm quite wary that I won't be cured. And my time's limited.
The father of four is incredibly stoic. He's using his time to travel and treasure his loved ones.
Yeah, I can cope with all this, but yeah, it's hard on them. But they're strong too, and they give me lots of support.
Asbestos was banned here in 2003, but it's believed to be built into at least 5 million houses around the country. It's relatively safe in situ until the renovations begin.
We mined with it, we built with it, and now we're tearing it out.
Experts say we're facing a third wave of mesothelioma sufferers. The first was the miners, the second the builders and workers, and the third, with DIY's popularity skyrocketing, is the renovators.
They're younger, they're DIYers, for example, and they're tradies, so we're ignorant of the in situ asbestos that we have, and more women. Women love their home renovations.
This 1950s fibro home in suburban Perth is a typical doer-upper, but when the owners started pulling up the lino, there was a nasty surprise.
Underneath that floor covering, there's a secondary floor vinyl, and that is the problem. That secondary floor covering does contain asbestos. As a precaution, we've sealed up and made containment prior to us coming back in to do full removal.
And the owner had no idea?
No, none whatsoever.
It's not just mums and dads, but tradies. Sean says this hot water system was dangerously installed.
They've disturbed and broken asbestos and therefore left unsealed asbestos there with visible fibre.
Perth builder Barry Knowles died from mesothelioma just 2 years ago. His daughter Jo Morris now runs his foundation to raise awareness for the new generation.
It's not a difficult message. Simply don't drill it, sand it, don't disturb the asbestos, and if you're unsure, call in the experts.
The cost can add up. Sean says removing all the asbestos from this block could take a month and cost up to $50,000.
Yes, that is an issue, but how much price can you put on the value of a life?
Don't tackle it yourself, because it may not be you, it could be your children who are there watching you pull down that asbestos wall.
Rod was one of those kids. It may have taken decades to take hold, but the dangers are real right now.
It's an aggressive disease, it's a painful disease, and there's simply no cure at this stage.